Coming up, seeing is believing when it comes to your eyes.
Wow! We pull a magic trick from thin air.
We DIY our own magnifying glass.
We melt some metal and some minds.
And create a cold snap in a second.
Wow! But right now, I'm wondering, when do you need to call in a food detective?
Maybe if the crime is half-baked.
Well, in that case, it's time for Mika to put on her detective cap.
And this won't be a cakewalk.
My dad makes the best fudge cake in the whole world. He made one after I went to bed, and I've been waiting all night to have a slice. I even dreamed about it. Huh? It's all gone. But I didn't even get to have a single bite. Who's the little piggy that ate all the cake? This is all that's left. Ew, it's got teeth marks in it. I can't even eat this piece. Who would have scoffed all the cake? Maybe Mum or Dad? Or was it Frano or Maya? I'm going to investigate this. Time to gather some evidence. First, the bite mark. And here's some more evidence. A hair. I'll take that. And I bet this dirty glass was used by the culprit. Maybe Mr. or Mrs. Piggy left some fingerprints. Aha, here's one. It looks like someone's greasy thumb. Time to dust for prints. I need some cocoa powder, sticky tape, a brush, and white paper. I sprinkle the cocoa powder over the greasy thumbprint and very gently brush off the excess. See how some sticks to it? So then I take a piece of tape and stick it over the powdery fingerprint. Now the print is stuck to the tape. Then I simply stick the tape to the paper to preserve the evidence. Cut it out and bag it. Now to collect some samples from the family and find out who is the greedy little pig.
Have you ever seen a magician melt a spoon?
It's a trick as old as the books, but Ava Kedavra can do you one better.
Just be sure you keep your cool.
It's time Ava returned that coin that she borrowed from me.
No problem. Hang on, that's weird. What's happening?
No, my coin! It's dripping! It's dripping metal. How can that be?
Well, it's a trick, of course. First, I made a mold using real coins. I put one coin in the bottom, then put a special metal called gallium over it. Gallium is an unusual metal with a very low melting point of only 30 degrees Celsius. I placed another coin on top, then put the mold in the fridge so the metal would harden. When I showed my new coin to Taryn, it was really cold and hard. But even the heat from my fingers was enough to start melting it. Then, as the melted gallium hits the glass of cold water, it quickly becomes hard again.
But we can't spend that.
Don't worry, here's your real coin. Thanks. Where's she going now?
This coin is going in the freezer, just in case it melts again.
Don't you just love flies?
I sure love the way they always know when you're not paying attention.
So they can swoop in on your food?
Flies might be the ultimate spies, but Taryn has a way to spy back.
Flies! They always seem to buzz around when there's food about. I wonder how they know. Maybe it's those huge, cool eyes they have. I've read flies actually have thousands of eyes. Inside each of those 2 huge eyes are 4,000 little eyes. So they must see 8,000 images all at once. No wonder they're so hard to capture by surprise. How do you fit 4,000 eyes in there? I'd really like a closer look. I haven't got a magnifying glass, so my fly research will have to wait until another day. Or will it? Look at that. See how the straw looks bigger? It's somehow magnified by the water. I'm going to try something.
Taryn has just observed an optical effect due to the refraction of light. As light travels from the straw to Taryn's eye, the water and curve of the glass acts like a lens, bending the light.
The refraction of light is the same principle used by all sorts of lenses, including magnifying glasses. In fact, the lenses in binoculars, microscopes, and telescopes all rely on this same principle.
Okay, time for a homemade magnifying glass using water. First, I'll put the fly into this jar and put some plastic wrap over the top, leaving some to sag down in the middle. Now I tip in some water. And there you go! It is magnified! I can definitely see the fly in more detail. I still can't see those 4,000 eyes very clearly. I guess I would need a lot more magnification. In fact, I'm happy enough to use my imagination.
There's a world of tiny creatures that we can't see. Microscopic organisms that live in, near, and on us.
And as this next story shows, scientists are inventing amazing new technology to join the party.
If you think laptops are getting smaller every year, just wait till you see these machines. The future of robotics is small. Very, very small.
Microscopic, in fact. Researchers are experimenting with tiny robots that can be deployed inside the human body to fight diseases like cancer.
They're called nanobots, and some are 50,000 times smaller than the width of a human hair.
These scientists at Rice University in the United States have created minuscule nanobots that can actually drill into living cells.
The drill is switched on by shining ultraviolet light from above, which causes tiny rotors in the nanobot to spin and burrow through the cell wall, creating a hole.
Through the hole, the scientists can kill the cell if it's a cancer cell, or repair the cell if it's just damaged.
Here, scientists are watching an actual nanobot attacking a cancer cell. In the orange area, you can see the holes the nanomachines have created.
It just goes to show, good things really do come in the smallest of packages. Do you remember your last holiday?
I remember how many likes my holiday snaps got.
Did you go on a vacation or a photo shoot?
Why can't it be both? You just need a good director, like Flickety Flicks.
My little cousin Jessica has been staying with us. She's loads of fun, but very messy. Time for a speed clean. Phew, glad that's done. What's this? Uh-oh. Jessica's teddy, Mr. Twinkle. She'll be so upset she's left him behind. She's already on the plane heading home. She sleeps with Mr. Twinkle every night. I better send Jessica's mum a text so Jess knows Mr. Twinkle is safe. Come on, Mr. Twinkle. Pose for the selfie. Aw, cute. Hit send. Jess will like this. Now, how to send Mr. Twinkle back to Jess? The post office is closed now. It'll have to wait until Monday. I know Jess will worry about Mr. Twinkle. I've got an idea. Photo shoot time. Time to show Jess she has nothing to worry about. Mr. Twinkle is taking it easy. Here's a nice cold drink, Mr. Twinkle. Bottoms up. Ah, thanks, Flix. Oh yeah, the sun's a bit bright out here. And now for the happy snap. Come on, give us one of those twinkly smiles. This will cheer Jess up. Say cheese. Or maybe honey. Here's another idea. Let's have a picnic, Twinks. And this time, I've actually brought it. Say honey, honey. And what about a little soccer? Ooh, yeah. Looking good in that bandana, bro. Tennis, anyone? Or a bite to eat? Hey, look at my new wheels. All in all, a pretty good day, Mr. Twinkles. You hung out poolside, had a picnic, played a bit of soccer. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Here, one last snap for Jess.
I think that soccer pick really takes the cake.
Speaking of cake, I'd love a slice right now.
I think Mika would too. And to find hers, she really needs to investigate.
I'm trying to find out which member of my family ate all the fudge cake, leaving me not even a single piece. I've collected 3 vital clues: a bite mark, a hair, and a thumbprint, all left at the scene of this terrible cake crime. I've taken samples from Mum and Dad. Now I need some from Frano and Maya, the littlest piggies. They need to copy me. We rub the pencils hard on the paper, then take our thumbs and press them against the pencil mark. Next, we press our thumbs against the sticky side of a piece of tape and tape it to a piece of paper to preserve the prints. Now, I need a strand of hair from each of them.
Ow! What
Ouch.
is she doing?
Thank you, piggies. These go into my evidence bags too. Finally, I need some bite marks. We each need to bite down on the edge of a styrofoam cup, which leaves an imprint of our teeth, just like the bite marks in that piece of fudge cake. All that's left is to analyze the evidence, and then I'll know who the greedy cake thief is in our family.
I've had a few accidents stumbling around in the dark.
But our eyes have some neat tricks to stop nighttime becoming a nightmare.
In fact, when it comes to the School of Sight, you could say we're pretty good pupils.
Archie and I have been playing a video game all afternoon. As usual, I'm killing it.
Yeah, I'm done. My eyes are getting sore. I reckon we should go outside for a bit. Ooh, ow! My eyes hurt even more out here.
Oh, it's super bright. We've been in the dark too long. Hey, let me see Archie's pupils. They look normal.
Yeah, well, I can see normally now. It was just when we first came out.
Hey, what about my pupils?
Yep, they're pretty small. It's just when we first came out.
Okay, let's do a test. First, I cover my eyes. Okay, it's dark behind my hands. I'll give it a bit longer. And now. Check it out.
Yep, I saw it. Harper's pupils were big and then started shrinking back. It happens really quickly.
The pupil is the dark opening in the center of your eye. It determines how much light goes in your eye by varying its size.
In low levels of light, the pupil becomes bigger to allow more light in. But when light levels are brighter, the pupil becomes smaller. Otherwise, too much light gets into the eye. This is known as the pupillary response.
Okay, my turn. Let's see if my pupils can move as fast as Harper's.
Dream on. The amount of time Archie spends inside, I'll be amazed if his pupils can move at all.
Ha! Harper! He's a funny guy. But seriously, do my pupils move quickly?
Oh yeah, they work. Archie can relax. His pupils move quickly too.
Okay, test done. Let's get back to the computer game. Hey, it's super dark in here now. Find the light switch.
Moving suddenly from bright light into darkness is quite challenging for our eyes. It takes longer for the pupils to get bigger than it does for them to shrink. But once they adjust, Archie and Harper will be able to see properly again.
So, back to the treasure hunt.
Oh yeah, this game's a sight for sore eyes.
Navigating from light to dark can be tricky.
And it's not just our eyes that have to be able to do it.
In fact, scientists are employing this idea in really clever ways.
Wanna see how? Well, we won't keep you in the dark any longer. Did you know that seaweed could be the answer to some of the world's great problems, like food production, ocean pollution, and climate change?
That's right. Not only is seaweed a delicious and nutritious food, it can even absorb nutrients from some ocean pollution.
Seaweed absorbs a lot of carbon dioxide from the ocean, which helps to slow climate change. It can even be used to make seaweed oil, a renewable source of fuel.
These scientists in the United States want to grow huge forests of a type of seaweed called giant kelp by taking this seaweed out of its comfort zone.
Normally, giant kelp grows near the shore, where it gets all the sunlight and nutrients it needs. But these scientists are experimenting with kelp forests way out in the deep open ocean.
In the open ocean, there is plenty of sunlight at the surface of the water, but the nutrients are much further down.
So the researchers have come up with a radical idea, attaching the kelp to a kelp elevator. The elevator will take the seaweed to the surface for sunlight during the day and drop it down to the bottom of the ocean to source nutrients at night.
If they get it right, giant kelp farms like these might one day make us see these weeds in a very different light. Why do ice cubes always seem to melt so fast?
Don't you wish you could snow them down a bit?
Here's a handy tip that's easy freezy.
I see where this is going.
I've just thrashed my little sister Mika, running around the park all morning. Time for a drink.
She didn't thrash me and I'll beat her yet. I present the Great Ice Cube Challenge.
Sounds fun.
She's just worried she won't be able to do it. First, I'll fill up our glasses with more water.
Great, I'm still thirsty.
Maya can drink later. This is for the challenge. I drop new ice cubes in the water.
It floats.
Yeah, ice cubes are less dense than water, so they float.
Did I pass the challenge?
No, I haven't even explained it yet. Maya's challenge is to take the ice cube out of the glass without touching it with her fingers, using this piece of string.
This should be fun.
And she can use this, table salt. What is she doing? I think it is time I put her out of her misery. First, I place the string across the glass so it's just touching the ice cube. Then I sprinkle some salt over the ice and string. And voila! I can lift the string and the ice sticks to it. Pretty cool. Huh?
Salt instantly lowers the freezing and melting point of water. It momentarily melts the top of the ice before the water refreezes over the top of the string, attaching it to the ice cube.
Is the Great Ice Cube Challenge done? I'm still thirsty.
Have you ever had something you really wanted to make disappear?
Yeah, a bad report card.
Well, Ava Kadabra has the solution. She can make things vanish in a snap and bring them back just as fast.
But I don't want her to bring it back.
I've been looking for something all day. I just can't seem to put my hands on it. Oh, hang on. There it is. What trickery is this, you ask? How have I, the amazing Ava Kadabra, produced a card from thin air? Well, observe as I now make this card depart from our realm forever. Or until I want to do the trick again. It's a seriously great trick. Voila, the card returns. Got you again, didn't I? You really want to know how it's done, don't you? Okay, I'll let you in on the secret. Pulling a card out of thin air and making it disappear again uses the classic trick of backpalming. It's all in the way you hold the card. It can take quite a bit of practice to make it look smooth. The trick is to hold the card like this, using the fleshy part of your index finger and pinky finger to hold it in place. Practice slowly, moving the card behind your hand and back again. Oh, a little hint. It's important to use big movements like pointing to something in the air, dramatically like this. That way, the audience will be watching where you're pointing, not looking at your hand with the card. So it's not really magic, of course. But this is...
Hey, maybe Ava Kadabra made Mika's cake disappear.
No way. I'm sure that cake is in someone's belly right now.
Good thing Mika is following the trail of crumbs.
And closing in on the cake-eating culprit.
Ow! I've collected hair, thumbprints and bite marks from every family member to find out who scoffed all the fudge cake. And now it's time to compare the samples with the evidence taken at the scene of the crime. I'll start with the hair I found on the bench. Which family member has the same coloured hair? Well, it can't be Frano or Dad, Their hair's too short. It could be Mum's, or it could be Maya's. How about the fingerprints? Frano's print looks kind of similar, and so does Dad's, but not close enough for a culprit. Now, what about the bite marks? Well, this doesn't make any sense at all. None of the bite marks on the cups match the bite on the cake. Maybe I was doing it all wrong. I bit into this cup. Wait a minute, this one matches, but it's mine. This doesn't make any sense. How about the hair samples? Huh, they're the same, mine again. And the thumbprints? That means it's me. I'm the piggy. But that's impossible.
How about this for evidence? The camera never lies. We all know Mika's a sleepwalker, but it turns out she's a sleep eater too.
Well, that explains the chocolate on my pajamas.
Mystery solved. Isn't that just the icing on the cake?
I think Mika just wanted to have her cake and eat it too.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this slice of fun.
Okay, enough with the cake jokes. Any more and I might crumble.
See you next time.